Welcome back to Canadian Justice, where we're talking about the recently announced cap on international student visas. Now, Sergio, in the last segment, you mentioned concerns about these so called diploma mills, which rely on international students. Sometimes they might lie about the quality of the education they provide, or lie about or misrepresent the prospects of getting employment at the end of a degree. What can you tell me about these diploma mills?
Well, the diploma mills issue is a very serious issue because what is happening is that a lot of colleges and universities have seen international students as a cash cow, basically. So what's happening is that they have become addicted to the high tuition fees,
Yeah,
and
so
there
just
is
sorry, sorry to
very
interrupt, Sergio, but just even universities, like accredited, prestigious universities, do charge different tuition to international students than they do to domestic students. Is that part of the issue, you think?
They do. But the problem in particular has been with the colleges that have popped up over the last few years. And that has to do with the dynamics of in particular, the Indian market. And what has happened is that a lot of these colleges have agents in India, for example, to lesser extent in other countries, but India is a big target, and in particular Punjab, that are recruiting students because they're getting a commission for recruiting the students paid by the colleges. So it is in their interest to steer the students towards the institutions that pay them the highest commission. It's it's a very delicate situation for the students and for the educational system as a whole, because a lot of the students are completely unsuspecting, and they do not know that the colleges in which they are being admitted are basically diploma mills, meaning that they don't really provide a really good education and they spend their life savings. However, I would say that unfortunately, many students are not without blame because they see the study permit and the subsequent open work permit that they receive as a path towards permanent residence. And as you know, in India, the obtaining of residency in Canada, the United States, UK, and Australia, for example, are making a person, a student, very, very marketable for marriage purposes. And in fact, Indian newspapers have been carrying a lot of stories concerning the marriages or the arranged marriages that are falling out right now because a lot of the students are not going to be able to make it to Canada due to the cap.
Hmm.
So therefore, there is no more incentive, and it's just incredible. They're
I,
selling packages.
yeah, I want to get Andy's perspective here on this diploma mill issue. How widespread a problem do you think it is? And what's your take on what students know about what they're getting into if they come to Canada under the acceptance of one of these, you know, a strip mall college where they get minimal education?
I know it's a problem. I know there's a lot of false promises involved and so on, but I'm not going to say it's out of control. And over time, um, I think they're trying to get a grip on it, especially with the cap that they're introducing and so on. Um, I've met students who have had this issue, that they showed up and they're getting something they didn't think, they were hoping for something better. Um, but I think Sergio's right in the sense that in part, it's not like they're blameless. And it's a matter of diligence in terms of what you're selecting and so on. So we got to work at it, but I don't think there's an easy solution other than what I do like is the idea that they have a system of a list of accepted colleges in the United States called SEVIS, for example. And I think they're working for something similar in Canada. And I think that's an excellent move,
Yeah,
where
that's it.
you have to be designated educational.
But they have
Yeah,
to, they have to also ban the agents. They
We've
have
got to go to
ban the
break.
agents.
Sergio, I'll let you respond to that when we come back from this commercial break.